Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to go over the November newsletter. And be ready because there are a lot of interesting things to talk about for the next month, not so much in terms of content, but in terms of unit release and reruns, and the potential surprise at the end of the month. There is definitely a lot to discuss. So super excited for next month. Let's get started and have a look at what they want to share with us. And we have here the only unit that is announced, but there is also a question mark, so more units will come, obviously. We only know units for the first update, and I'm going to say why I think that is the case in a second. But let's take a minute to discuss the new unit. Po Bia Robadon. Absolutely insane pick. I like it. Great addition to the game. I made an announcement on my Discord. It's a bit on like the funny side, if I may. I just said, don't pull on Rashut, gather at zero dupes, save your resources for Grandpa Robadon. And that could be a good idea. We don't know. Hopefully they don't mess up important units like I think Robadon would be. His model is a lot younger than he is in the manhwa. Also the tree root club that he has on the back is a bit different, but still fairly cool. Super excited about what this guy is going to do. And if we have to talk about element that it might be, I would expect him probably with 80% likelihood to be green, because obviously he's a Po Bia family member and is one of the sons of Tromrei, so he has to be green, but you never know. I would also say there is like a 19% possibility that this guy might be purple, mainly because in the manhwa he fought Yugo, which is like yellow in the game. So it could also be purple. I hope not, but you never know. And then there is maybe a 1% possibility that this guy could be yellow, just because his personality would fit yellow better than purple, but I don't think that would be the case. I hope not. I really want this guy to be a good green unit that can support Tromrei and maybe some other units, or maybe be an insane DPS himself. But what I would like to see is for this guy to be able to survive fairly well. I want this guy to be quite tanky. I don't want a stupid, squishy DPSy unit. This guy is bulky. This guy needs to stay alive. I want him to survive and be annoying for the enemies. It might be annoying for us as well. We don't know. Probably not. But yeah, definitely super excited about this release. Let me know in the comments, guys, how you feel about this. But the question mark on the right will be the unit for the second update of November. Maybe it's more than one unit. What could happen is that we might get a collab at the end of November, so for this update. And I'm saying that mainly because we always had collabs in November and March, more or less, give or take a few weeks. But I would say this could be the right time to do it, because they announced, I think in March or maybe even in February, that they paused all these schedule collabs, etc. They just said pause. They didn't say we're not going to do any collab for the year or anything like that. And I think that's just a way of trying to calm down the community until we forget, and then they release a collab. That's probably what's happening. And I think this is about time for a collab to hit the game. They cannot or don't want to share more information on the collab so far. They will probably do that in the developer live stream that is going to be on November 10. So we're going to find out more on that day, probably. So here we have a potential collab, guys. So you need to save your suspendium for it, just in case you don't want to find yourself with no resources whatsoever, and then they hit you with a Towa level collab unit. You don't want that to happen. So try to have at the very least 200 to 250k suspendium, so that you can max out one of the two SSR Plus units. So let's hope so. Let's hope this is a collab. I would really be happy for a collab to get into this game. I would love to see solo leveling, but we'll see what they cook. I'm open with anything really, as long as it brings more people into the game. I think it would be a good thing. So we'll see. Be ready because that could happen. Again, they really didn't provide any information. We're going to see in a second for the November 26 or 29 update. I don't remember the exact date, but it did not give us any useful information. So a collab is likely, I will say that. So let's move on to the next point. We have a new SSR Plus floating ship. I don't think they will release any SRR and SSR ships anymore. We're going to keep that useful, well, not useful, sorry, useless attack increase for either magic or physical type units. Probably they will only release like some interesting SSR Plus ships because for SR, SSR, and R, there is really nothing they can do. They didn't give anything specific to the current ones. They don't like they didn't give peers to the previous one, only to the SSR Plus ones. So I would expect something similar to happen for this new ship. It's only one, so it's not going to be physical or magic. There is just again one ship that's going to work on any unit, and you will get a swiftness increase. This is absolutely insane. Really, really great ship. It's going to make it a bit easier maybe to face the floors with the swiftness decrease, but this is only one ship again, so you cannot use it in all 5 teams. It's just a slight help. Definitely going to be useful in bossing, maybe not, and definitely going to be useful in PvP as well. So looking forward to it. I saved up a lot of chests for this reason because I knew they were going to release some sort of SSR Plus ship sooner or later. They did, so I'm happy. I will hopefully get quite a lot of copies of it. And yeah, that's the first addition that they did. Then we have the rerun of Urek Mazino. This happened a lot earlier than I expected. I thought it was going to be like late November, early December. But no, it's early November. So guys, I hope you're ready with your resources. If you need to pull for this guy, you will have to like you will have to pull for him. There is no reason not to. He is insane. If you're a new player, don't worry, you can max out Gustang and you can max out Urek with the resources you will get early on. And thanks to those two, you will get enough to also max out the EX in January. So if you are a new player, definitely go ahead and summon on both Gustang and Urek. You can do it. No worries. If you are maybe not so new player, you've been playing for 1, 2, 3 months, then maybe you won't have enough resources. Maybe you already pulled on other units. Maybe you're a bit more screwed, but you shouldn't. I think you should try your best to get this guy to Rainbow 5. It's really, really important, and you don't want to miss out on him. So yeah, okay, there is that. There is also Anaak Rerun, and she's a great HP recovery block unit. She's not as good as Rashut, but she's basically the second best, maybe third best, kind of depends on how you set up the teams, but she's in the top 3 of the best HP recovery block in the game. Hers is also unremovable. She's ranged, so you can kind of keep her alive, even though at times that's kind of difficult, but she's a great, great unit. If you have some normal tickets to spare, definitely you want to get her to Rainbow 5. Absolutely amazing unit as well. Then we have the Happy Birthday event. Seems to be Kun birthday. I did not know, maybe, no idea. Not so sure about this event, to be honest. I don't recall it. But fine. I don't think there is much else to mention here, just some events, rewards, fine. Now let's go to the event schedule. We already know for November 12, we have the Robadon Festival, the Data Tower for Anaak, we have the new floating ship, we have the rerun of Urek. So all 3 new units that they just announced and that we saw are all coming in November 12. And there is no information about November 26, no information about this birthday event, whatever, fine. So this definitely increases the likelihood of this being a collab. Because in all other scenarios, they at least said, I don't know, festival, data tower, something. Here we have no information whatsoever, no silhouette, no nothing. The likelihood of it being a collab is really, really high, if you ask me. Again, be prepared, save your suspendium. Then we have the ignition weapon buff for Alocasia and Rafflesia. Both of them are decent ignition weapons, decent bases. I'm looking forward to their buffs. I really hope some units will massively benefit from these buffs. I like their designs, but they're definitely missing out a lot in terms of performance. So I would like them to buff them really well. If they end up being garbage, I'd be disappointed, but we'll see. So this is definitely not something to overlook. Alocasia and Rafflesia might have a huge impact on which units are good or which units can get better thanks to the buff. It might have some impact on the overall tier list. So super interesting point as well. Then we have Helltrain Arena, Melting Forge, Alliance, fine, doesn't matter. For November 26th, there is a developer live again, even though there is one on November 10. Very weird, which further makes me think this is a collab, because they normally only did like special collabs for, special lives for collabs. So we'll see. The weird thing is that they mention an event boss battle called Abyss Revealer, whatever. I don't know if that's any type of clue. I don't remember any previous boss being called that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you find something out. I tried to look if it was like a enemy or boss in some sort of anime, manga, manhwa, whatever. The only thing that kind of came up with a quick search was Genshin Impact and their Abyss stuff, but it makes no sense. So no idea what that is or why they wrote it in there, but okay, fine. And Alliance Split Battle, doesn't matter. Then they also mentioned there is a Black Friday coming, and I doubt there is going to be a lot of free stuff. It's going to be mostly paid packs, I would expect. But if they are cheap and very good, I'm happy about it. This chest here in the middle that we see here with the Revolution stuff at the corners, this is the chest that will give you a chance of getting like 120k Orange Revolution mats. That is enough to max out every single node of an SSR Plus unit. I hated that type of chest. Never got lucky enough to pull one, and I opened hundreds. Never got one, and it's annoying as hell. Some people got free opening like 20. I don't like this addition at all. It's very bad. I mean, it's good for them because people will buy more to get a chance of getting this huge amount of Revolution mats. But at the end of the day, it's not a good deal. You should not probably spend on that. But fine. Hopefully, they release some very good packs and maybe even some rewards for free. But I think this is going to be all paid shit. So we'll see. And then we have the developer live I mentioned before on November 10. There are going to be special rewards, the usual coupons. They are normally quite generous with the coupons, probably because they only give them every so often, like every 3-4 months. I don't even know when the last live stream was. Maybe March, April? I don't know. But yeah, it was a long time ago. And you can expect some like Suspendium black market tickets, Orange Revolution mats, stuff like that. And we'll see. Definitely happy to see this developer live. Like I want to see what they are preparing for the future. And before we close, because I did not forget, guys, where the fuck is the Soul Room system, Soul Ladle system, however the fuck they want to call it? It was planned for November, right? It was planned for like December 2024. We're already in November 2025. It is still not here. I don't know, like I'm still okay. I will forgive them because they are releasing Robadon. But where the fuck is my new system? I've been waiting for ages for that stupid system. I've not re-rolled my 3 Essence for a very long time because I was trusting this new system to bring some change to the meta. Maybe instead of going accuracy swiftness, I would have to change to something else. I don't know. Where the fuck is this system? Why is it not here? So I'm looking forward to the dev livestream to tell me where the fuck that's happening, and hopefully they don't postpone it again because this is really triggering me quite a lot. Also, like 4 or 5 months ago, they announced like the raid system, so some weird bosses that you can fight with multiple teams, etc. Nothing about that. Also, sort of a roguelite mode that you can like build up your buffs, get on some challenges, beat some teams, get more buffs, etc. And then when you lose, you have to repeat it from scratch, something like that. There is nothing so far, so I don't know. Like the only thing they introduced was the dice thing, like the dice system to roll the ignition weapons. All the other things they mentioned, no. So I'm really looking forward to understanding when that's coming, because there is a lot of interesting stuff that they planned, and I want to see it in the game. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm still happy about November, but this is pissing me off a bit. Like this lack of communication for these new systems that are going to have a pretty major impact on how we play the game, and they could also add some content that we can do just for fun. That's like not coming for now. So I don't know. Okay, let me know in the comments how you feel about all of this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.